Hello everyone and welcome to the RNG University. On tonight's episode, Mono White Control. So, in the last few weeks, we've done the 3-color week, we have done the 2-color week last week, and this week we're going to do mono-color week and see if any of the mono-color decks in today's meta are worth their salt in, the construction meta for format. So, we're going to begin, of course, on the color pie with white. And mono white is obviously very, very diverse. We have mono white mid-range, mono white control, mono white aggro. And knowing me, I'm going to play control deck since I'm given a choice. And in mono white control, we have a fairly fun format, a very fun deck in the format. So we have a lot of removal in the beginning with lay down arm, right? This card can basically exile any creature as long as we have planes equal to or greater than their CMC, and we do. We have a lot of planes in the deck. And in order to help us get that out, we also have Ambitious Farmhand on turn 2. And if our opponent's aggroing us, we have Ossification to remove it. Of course, if we need card draw, we also have 4 Bankbuster. So the whole early game package for white is fairly consistent. We have a lot of early game drops to help us stay on pace with aggressive opponents. Then, of course, on the 3 drop, we have 2 Loren of the third path. She comes in and breaks an artifact and enchantment. I cannot stress how good that is on today's meta, right? We have a lot of things that we can destroy that are artifacts or enchantments because of the way the meta is kind of shaping out. And if our opponent's aggro, we can even break a Kumano, Kumano faces Kakuzen or even Mechanized Warfare, right? So those are obviously good inclusions. We also have 4 Restoration of Eiganjo to get us more planes, cycle things from the graveyard, maybe cast a free Ossification that way, or a free Ambitious Farmhand. They're all good. And then we have 4 Wedding Announcements, another 3 drop for obvious. We're mono white, of course, we're running Wedding Announcements. Then in the 4 drop, we have 2 Sarah Paragon to help us recycle all of the early game packages, and also 4 Wandering Emperor because, she is so good in almost any format, against control, against aggro, against mid-range. She's just got it all. Then we have 2 Elspeth's Resplendent. That's our additional card draw because we have that -3. And if our opponent is aggro and we're able to keep her on the board, we can gain lifelink with the first ability and eventually -7 for 5 3/3 flyers, which I don't think our opponent and any aggressive opponent can really handle. Then at the top end, we have 2 Eternal Wonder. A lot of decks calls for 4. I don't have 4, so I'm going to run 2 for now. And she's really just there for the board wipe, right? It's a replacement for Farewell. If you have Farewell and you don't have Wondering, the Eternal Wonder, you can run that and maybe get almost an equivalent package, assuming that you can stick a Wandering Emperor on the board. Luckily, with the Legendary Planeswalker rule, currently, how it currently works, the Wanderers do not kind of hurt each other, even though they're the same person. And then, of course, we have 24 lands, 1 Eiganjo, 19 planes, and 4 Rosai Reliquary, because we have a lot of artifacts, or not a lot, but we have 4 Bankbusters, so artifacts, and we have a lot of enchantments, so could work. Ossification is also an enchantment. So, yeah, it could work, and we're going to see how this deck runs. And, Lord knows we've lost to this kind of deck several times before, and let us try out the game. Let's see, Standard, Ranked, and Mono White. You might notice there I had a alchemy play, and I absolutely detest alchemy. The reason why it even is there is because for some reason the arena defaults to alchemy even though nobody plays that format, and it irks me. Alright, now our first opponent is, it's not Snowflake. Alright, you can't be more snowflakey than me. I'm gonna flake you first. 4 lands, horrendous start, but we have a Bankbuster into a Loran, so we might be able to keep. If our opponent's aggro with a Thalia, we are gonna be in trouble because, Loran is a 2/1 and we'll just die to Thalia. Forest. Interesting. Generous Visitor. Less interesting. Alright, well, we're going to start our Bankbuster train. Nothing to play on turn 2 anyways. Turn 3, we can Loran into whatever enchantment they place. If they don't play an enchantment, we will Wedding Announcement. Come on, Snowflake. Start flaking. Kami of Transient. Alright. That's just a trampler. So, I don't want to Loran nothing. Restoration of Eiganjo could help us ramp a little. I don't know how important that is, whereas getting Wedding Announcement ticking is pretty good. Junkai Naturalist. Of course, he's gonna try to get that combo off. No blocks for now. Alright, let's put another playing out, and we will Loran out the Junkai Naturalist. No attacks, and turn. We'll get another 1-1. And we might just use our Bankbuster to block. We don't really need the card advantage as much, and the Restoration of Eiganjo can bring it back. Wow, he casts an Eiganjo? Why? That's just not the right play. I guess he now has a flying lifelink protection from a vampire creature, but I don't agree with it at all. Now what? Just gonna rope? Of course you're just gonna rope. Everybody ropes. Snowflake, hello. I'm just BMing him now, because he's roping. Maybe he'll pass it. Your go. Nope, just gonna rope anyways. Oh well. I don't know what we can do to fight the Catilda. We don't have that many good removal other than just the lay down arm. And we really have to top deck it, right? So, one attack? So he probably has a protection spell, but he didn't protect the Junkai Naturalist. I'm confused, but, you know, this was the plan anyways. Oh, it's gonna give me a land. Thank you. Ramp me a land. Ooh, Wandering Emperor. That's an amazing draw. I can hold up Wandering Emperor, I can use it right now to remove the Kami. Do I want to remove the Kami? I want to remove the Catilda. Right, I want to remove the Catilda. And he has one card left. If I play Restoration right now, I don't have enough mana. So I'm going to hold up a whole turn. That's not fun. And at least I have a big board. The Restoration can help me bring back Bankbuster, so that's pretty good. I don't want to sack my Rosai Reliquaries right now, just because I don't have an artifact. Human Artificer is not an artifact. Wedding Announcement, that's... I don't know if that deck runs the Wedding Announcement is correct. Or running a Wedding Announcement is correct, but you never know. Sometimes our opponent doesn't know what they're doing. It's not Vigilance, right? It better not be. Okay, not Vigilance. Whoops. And GG. Get out of here.
You'll be safer.
Run away. Oh, this is a perfect phrasing right now, because stop playing that deck. Just stop playing Enchantment. Enchantment was one of the decks I absolutely detested back when... not Eldraine, but the last set. What is it called? The, Kaldheim. Yeah. When Kaldheim was in the standard, and look at Alchemy play, terrible. Anyway, so when Kaldheim was in the standard, everyone was playing Eldraine. Everyone was playing Runes, sorry, and Enchantment was really annoying. And then once I rotated out, everyone was still playing Enchantment because they already have the cards. And Enchantment is just another one of those decks that's a lot like Mono Blue, in that if you get lucky, that deck is almost unstoppable. But if you don't get lucky, that deck is worthless. And I hate that kind of style, right? I wanted to play the game based on variance and based on, you know, the type of plays you make, not just the cards you draw. Alright, soldiers. Versus Farmhand. Yes, give me a plane. It's a good thing that soldiers isn't playing in turn 1. They could have Thalia, and I guess if they do have Thalia, I have to lay down arms, because I have nothing else to play. But since they have Valiant Veteran, very valiant of them, I'm gonna Wedding Announcement, or am I going to Restoration? Wedding Announcement is better. Right, getting a Plains right now doesn't matter as much, because I have a land drop next turn. Probably gonna play the Sky guy, right? No, another Veteran, okay. Gonna swing for 3. I'll take your 3. Now that's a good question. Do I want to Restoration and exile one of the veterans? Or do I want to have my Wandering Emperor? I think it's probably better to exile one of those. Because holding up 4 mana here doesn't do much for me. And this helps me ramp out and get a free Bankbuster. That's always good. I don't need to attack. I have a lot of blockers this way. And against soldiers, they can't really do much. Mural, they can do that. That's kind of annoying. I guess I can have a second wedding announcement out. Or I can have a second restoration out. What does a second restoration do for me, right? Nothing much. A second wedding announcement, on the other hand, gives me more 1/1s. So even if it's mural attacks, I have a good block. Alright, well, let the train come! He killed his mural for a 2/2. That's why. Ah, good draw. Okay, so I want to play the ossification first. And then I can Restoration into a land. Well, how good is that? Do I want to Restoration into a land and play it? Or do I want to draw with Bankbuster here? I get to draw another card with Wedding Announcement. I guess it's... yeah. We'll attack with 2. We're going to draw a card with Bankbuster. Or we're going to draw a card with the Wedding Announcement. We're going to draw another card with Bankbuster, so I don't know if I need to Restoration. I'll hit my land drop this turn with it, right? Hitting a land drop, how important is that? It's probably not that important. Ossification again, pretty good. Yeah, if I had hit the land drop that turn, I could have held up Wandering Emperor. Wow. Oh, oops. Oops. Forgot to activate my Bankbuster. Now I can't activate my Bankbuster. That was a mistake. I can... oh, no. I cannot activate Rosai Reliquary Eater, I think. I think that's how it works. Anyways, I'm going to take that out too. This time, I will play the Restoration for a land. Will I? I'm holding up the same turn. Right? That whole turn I didn't do anything. I will. Because this time I can actually crew the Bankbuster, since both my Wedding Announcement will flip. This opponent just had 3 murals. Free 2/2. Not bad. Vigilance too. Now what? Oh! It's gonna go all in. Oh, we're gonna destroy this first. That is fine with us. Because now we have a big board. And a farmhand. Basically get a free farmhand next turn. 3. Ah, that's embarrassing. What are the top 3 he can get that actually matters? We have basically 12 damage on board. Actually, no, 13 damage on board. With the Bankbuster. I could play another Restoration from Sarah Paragon. He needs one more to even get another mural out, but he doesn't even have another one. I don't think he's gonna attack, right? There's no reason to crew. He does have a Harbin, which is a little bit scary. But hey, you know what? Let's discard that plane. This way we can return a Farmhand, which will then give us another plane. Okay, Roadside Reliquary can get us 2 lands. Or 2 cards. 2 lands. Embarrassing. Alright, so this is 13 damage. Can we draw a card somehow? Guess we'll draw a card with this. Right? Yeah, that's fine. We'll draw a card first. Maybe we'll get a removal. These are 2 cards. A Loran. A Loran doesn't kill anything other than this. I don't know how important that is right now. Budokan Thar's gonna flip. But that's fine. Nighttime is the right time for them. I can attack with the Bankbuster. That will make it so that I don't hold up anything. Oh, I don't want to lose the game badly by, you know, playing badly, but I'm not really quite sure what the right play is right now. I do want to attack, so I will attack for... This is 6. He's probably going to try to fly over with damage, so let me attack with these first. The good thing about Budokan flipping is actually it's... Yeah, he's going to block. Okay. It's not a soldier once it flips. So he loses the Harbin effects. Actually, he doesn't have the Harbin effects right now anyways. He loses a lot of effects, is what I'm saying. So I'm okay with it flipping. He also cannot activate a Sky Strike. Second Budokan Thar, nighttime. Denick. Okay, so he's gonna flip back. One attack. Just a Sky Strike. No Sky Strike. Just a Harbin. No Harbin. No attacks. Alright, well. Let me get a Wandering Emperor out.
I'm not overconfident. You're just underwhelming.
2 of them are going to get removed by the Budokan Thar. Right, so I'm guessing the 4-4 and a 3-3. Let's see if he wants to remove my Bankbuster. I'll give him a chance to remove the Bankbuster if he wants. No, he doesn't. Another Bankbuster. And I'll have a 3-4, but he will have a lot of soldiers out. So how do I stop all of those soldiers from... Well, I can attack and go for lethal. So that will probably be the right play right now. The 3-3 doesn't matter as much. I could flip it if I attack. Do I need to pump any of these? No, not really. So he needs to block or he dies, right? So it will get rid of some cards. Just one? If I activate this ability, how much damage would I deal? This will be a 3, so it will be a 5. It will do 11. It will gain 2. So it will be at 12. It will go down to 1. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so he's probably gonna try to fly over me with Harbin. It's important I play something this turn. I can play a Paragon. It's not much, but it's flying and it's scary.
We've got the edge in this fight.
He probably has a 2/1/1, right? So he wants to do that. No, he's gonna try to draw a card, draw into that 2/1/1. No, he does not have it. So, stupid soldier deck, what are you gonna do next? Maybe he just won't attack and let the blue guitar flip, but that's not in his advantageous state. Oh, I killed himself. GG. I don't know why you did that. Does he not have enough white? Oh, he doesn't have enough white. Ha! Nice soldier deck you got. Why'd you learn how to play? I have no respect for soldier players and mono red players. Not that they have to be bad players, but those are bad decks. They're very good decks in that they're bad to play since you don't really require skill. And you could have a lot of skills, but playing them is boring. That's all I got. You could be very smart and the best player in the world, but if you're playing soldier, chances are you're not gonna get respect from people playing it. Now, on the other hand, this hand is... Ooh, I need to draw one playing, right? You think I'll be able to draw one playing? Let's find out. If I don't, I don't. That's... The shuffler sometimes will have out against us. Shin Girdle Ramsey. Alright, that'll teach me to keep a 2-land hand. Ooh, we did it. Alright, what do we do next turn? Nothing? I guess we'll pitch a land. Blue-white control, huh? Interesting. Well, if it's blue-white control, we're holding up our Wandering Emperor. Here, that's not right. You should not draw when your opponent has 4 lands.
I've learned much during my travels. May your blade strike.
I mean, you know they're holding up a counterspell, but they just, you know, try to draw a card. So they wasted their counterspell. What are you gonna do now? Mr. Bankbuster? Do you have 4 land? You do have 4 land. Is this blue-white control, actually? That's a lot of planes. Lay down arms on a... Okay.
Let your blade do the talking.
I could basically draw a card with the Rosai Reliquary. Maybe I'll do that. Lay down arm on a blue-white control deck. Interesting. Well, it's a control deck, so we might as well quit now, because their control is probably going to out-control us. And we don't have any aggro early game to populate. He tapped himself out for that. Let me draw a card in response. Well, that's a land. Oh, Esper control. Interesting. So, I do want to play my Sarah Paragon and then Bankbuster, but that just means I leave my Bankbuster wide open to a farewell, right? I don't know how good that is. I guess if he farewells, I still have my Emperor. This is kind of tricky. Yeah, it's fine. If he farewells, he's gonna get rid of his own Bankbuster.
I have got new moves to teach you.
It's not good though. I mean, obviously, we're gonna be on the back foot a lot because our hand is very anti-aggro. The deck is very anti-aggro. Got a 1/1. We can also fight that for no reason. He has a lot of Planeswalker in that kind of deck, right? There goes our Paragon. Another Bankbuster. That's no bueno. And he has enough to hold up a counterspell now. Let's draw first. You never know. Do we want to draw this turn or do we want to draw on their turn? We might want to draw on their turn. Because we have a land to play anyways. And we are going to ossify something.
We must protect the people.
Do we have an enchantment and an artifact so we can draw 2 cards? By sacking our Roadside Reliquary? That's pretty good. Will he use his treasure to draw a card? He will! Okay, interesting. Doesn't matter to us too much. I guess he's looking for card draws really badly. So are we, though. So are we. This is going to be a pretty control-y game. Where are all the aggro decks when I'm playing control? Where are all the control decks when I'm playing aggro? Where all the good matchups go? Draw a card. That's not a good card. Draw another card. Those are good cards. I need a plus anyways. Let's plus it here. I don't think that deck has a cut down, but you never know.
Remember your training.
Okay. Will my wedding announcement get cancelled? Countered? Probably. It's holding up a lot of mana. No counter spell? Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I don't know if I want to throw out my farmhand that easily. Let's just end turn. I draw another card? Is he just holding up a farewell? He has his Wandering Emperor. Make it 2/2.
Away. You'll be safer. May your blade strike true.
Well, we have Ossification for his Emperor, but I don't know if I want to cast 2 Ossifications on board. That's just farewell bait. This Ossification has nothing on it, so he's not going to farewell this. Okay, he's going to try to get a 1/1 out to attack my Wandering Emperor. Is that the plan? That's fine. I have a lot of life now. Okay.
Show them how we greet our enemies.
What's the plan here? Is he going to give him trample? Is he going to Eiganjo my Bankbuster? I don't understand. Does he have 2 Eiganjo in the deck? Does he have trample? What's going on? Does he want to do 2 damage to the board? I'm so confused. Okay.
I fight for the entire multiverse.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
We can win this together.
No, you can't. Alright, I can Loran one of the Bankbusters, I guess. How do I do this? So I want an Ambitious Farmhand because this is going to give me a Plains that I need. Take action. Plains. He's tapped himself out, so here's a Plane. Now I want to Loran the Bankbuster. And then we can lay down arms. This 2/2, and you get some life. And go crew. Actually, let me do this. On Loran. And then we can crew this.
New moves to teach you.
Oh yeah. We can kill this Emperor. Right? Yes.
I still have much to learn.
I can also ossify this Emperor, but I'm pretty sure he has a farewell in his hand somewhere. Let's not go crazy. So we have 2 1/1s to block Bankbuster if needed. He can also use his Eternal Wonder to kill my tiny board. Oh, that's good.
Patience.
So he's gonna get a free Bankbuster charge. And a farewell. Well played. I knew a farewell was coming. Now, yeah, the problem with this hand is there's a lot of lands. So, let's get an Ambitious Farmhand out and get another land or something. Yes, more lands, please. We're gonna ossify your Eternal Wonder. Negate. Whoa. Did not see that coming. -6, huh? Nothing too crazy here with the 6.
We must protect the
The
people.
Roadside Reliquary doesn't do anything. Shingirdo Ramsey. You're playing a very annoying deck. Also, how does this deck ever win in any game other than this kind of matchup? Because against aggro, I don't know. It does have 3 lay down arm. I guess there's that. Yeah, I've tried playing against.
I bought us some time.
You did. I tried playing, not against. I tried playing this kind of a Esper or Blue Eye control deck before. The problem with that is when it faces up against poison decks, you just die. Especially when they get 1 poison on you and then they just proliferate. There's no way out of that. And I'm gonna quit. Yeah, they have that game on lockdown, and there's no way we can come out of that with just playing thralls. Unfortunate, but hey, you know what? These are the games that we don't tech for, and these are the games we will lose against. That's fine. We will win against every aggro game, more or less, so that's good enough. Alright, let's look at the deck. I think this deck is very good. For monocolor deck, I think this is probably one of the better, if not the best control you can get. Against early game, we basically have everything on lockdown. There's nothing they can do against us. We have lay down arm against any early creature, ossification to exile any early sort of good creature that are ramping over us very heavily. Ambitious Farmhand is really just a ramp, but it's a ramp that also helps us block, which is something. Loran breaks enchantment and artifacts, which is important in some matchups. And Restoration of Eiganjo help us ramp out faster and maybe cast an ossification for free, which is absolutely insane. For a 3-mana drop to ramp out a plane, or not ramp out, but search for a plane, cast a free ossification, then make a 3/4 blocker that keeps making 1/1s. It's really, really good. Now, of course, when you go against a very, very controlling matchup, you're gonna falter because the deck itself cannot stand up against those very controlling matchups unless you have the good Bankbuster luck, and then your opponent is kind of not getting their best draws, because if they just keep removing your cards, right, we kind of run out of card advantage at some point, and that's a little bit of an issue, but not too much of an issue. I would say that mono white control is probably one of the better controls in today's format. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see Mrs. Elspeth come out. She is very, very good in a lot of the games I've played, not just in this deck, but in general. Elspeth has been sort of a card that's flying under the radar very often, because people just think, oh, you get her, you know, -3, get a winning announcement that can't be popped, it's stacked, right? But no, a lot of times people ignore Elspeth for 2 turns, and boom, you know, 5 3/3s in their face, and they can't really stop it, and they lose. So this is kind of like a win con out of nowhere kind of card, and it's good in monocolor because in mono white, right? If we're only looking at mono white, this is the only thing we can do. This deck also works very well against poison decks, and that is understatement, because you know, lay down arms, ossification, stop their early poison creatures, and guess what? You're not poisoned, you're good. You can kill them in a slower pace and a slower matchup, and if their deck's full of proliferate, it's not gonna help if they can't poison you at all. So that's all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time.